2025 quietly turned into the year of thin phones. Every brand started chasing that ultra slim profile, lighter, sleeker, almost unreal in the hand. And just when it felt like we'd seen it all, Motorola stepped in with its own take. This is the Moto H70, priced at Rs 29,999. Now, if you're planning to buy this phone, I'm going to make it very simple for you. I'll give you 5 strong reasons why this phone makes sense and 1 reason why you might want to skip it, depending on what you actually care about. Before I jump into that, if you're new to the channel, this is Siddharth Malhotra. You're watching Digit. Let's get started. The first and biggest reason to buy the Moto H70 is the design. And trust me, I'm not exaggerating here. When I showed this phone to my team, everyone had the same reaction to the moment they picked it up. Wait, this phone is insanely thin. That said, I'm personally not a fan of squarish camera module, but I'm pretty sure folks at Motorola have done their R&D, and this again is something subjective. The in-hand feel of this phone is genuinely excellent. It's super light, weighing just 159 grams, and because of that slim profile, it feels almost effortless to use. The Moto H70 comes with an aluminum frame with a brushed metal finish, and honestly, it looks really good. It gives the phone a proper flagship feel the moment you pick it up. The back of the phone is made of vegan leather, and the texture adds a lot to the grip. It feels secure in the hand and doesn't slip easily. The color I've been testing is called Pantone Gadget Grey, and I quite like it. I also like the blue rings around the camera sensors. If this color isn't for you, Motorola is also offering Pantone Lily Pad and Pantone Bronze Green. Button placement is solid too. On the right side, you get tactile power and volume buttons. On the left side, there's a dedicated key, which I'll talk about later. At the bottom, you'll find the SIM tray, and yes, there's no expandable storage this time. Despite being this thin, Motorola has still managed to include dual stereo speakers. They get loud enough, but the sound quality is just decent. Not bad, not impressive either. On the front, you get Gorilla Glass 7 eye protection and an optical fingerprint scanner. It's fast and reliable, although the placement is a bit low, so it takes some time to getting used to. One thing I'll confidently say, this phone is tougher than it looks. You get IP68 and IP69 water resistance, and on top of that, the phone is military standard 810H certified. For a phone this thin, that's genuinely impressive. The second big reason to buy the Moto H70 is the display. You get a 6.7-inch 1.5K display with a 120Hz refresh rate, and this panel is one of the highlights of the phone. Motorola claims a peak brightness of 4500 nits, and this display supports HDR10 plus video playback. Although the Netflix app has HDR playback disabled, so maybe that can be worked out with a future software update. This is a Pantone certified display, and it shows. Colors look accurate, blacks are deep, and contrast is excellent, whether you are watching content or gaming. In my display test, the display recorded an average delta E of 0.6, which is excellent. It covers 100% of the color gamut and reaches around 2580 nits of peak brightness. So outdoor visibility is absolutely not a problem. The third reason to buy this phone is the camera system. The Moto H70 comes with a triple camera setup, a 50 megapixel main camera, a 50 megapixel ultra wide, both Pantone certified, and a 3-in-1 sensor. In daylight, the main camera captures genuinely pleasing photos. Details look natural, textures like leaves and surfaces are rendered realistically, and colors stay close to real life. Dynamic range is handled well too. When it comes to human subjects, Motorola has done a good job here. Skin tones look accurate, details are visible, and portraits come out clean. The bokeh effect in portrait mode looks good, and edge detection is reliable. Low light performance is also strong. The main camera captures detailed shots, and turning on night mode noticeably improves brightness without overdoing it. The 50 megapixel ultra wide camera also performs well in daylight, delivering sharp and detailed images. For video, the phone supports 4K at 60 FPS, colors look accurate, but stabilization is not the best, so videos can look shaky while moving. On the front, you get a 50 megapixel selfie camera, again Pantone certified. Selfies look sharp, skin tones are natural, and thankfully, there's no aggression skin smoothing. Another solid reason to buy the Moto H70 is the software experience. Out of the box, the Moto H70 runs Android 16 with Hello UI. Motorola is promising 3 years of Android updates and 4 years of security patches. Earlier in the video, I mentioned this dedicated Moto AI key. If you press and hold it, you can ask questions, take notes, and access a couple of AI features. If you double press the key, it gives you updates. Apart from that, you also get Motorola features like Smart Connect 2.0, Moto Secure, and Family Spaces. The final reason is performance. Motorola has switched to a Snapdragon this time using the Snapdragon 7 Gen 4 paired with 8GB of LPDDR5X RAM and 256GB of UFS 3.1 storage. And there's only one variant available. Now let's be clear. this is not a flagship level processor, but for a phone this slim and at its asking price, the performance on offer is pretty solid. In real world usage, the phone feels smooth, app switching, scrolling, browsing, content consumption, and even gaming feels stable. Benchmark numbers are solid for a slim phone. Around 1.4 million on Antutu, 1334 single core and 4048 multi-core on Geekbench, 88% CPU throttling stability and 7633 in 3D Mark. Gaming wise, you can play BGMI at 120fps and CODM at 90fps with very minimal frame drops. The overall experience is good and you'd be surprised to see this kind of performance on a phone this sleek. Reason to skip: battery life. Now, the Moto H70 packs a 5000 mAh battery, which is very respectable for a phone this thin. In my testing, I got around 17.5 hours of screen on time, and with medium usage, the phone easily lasts a full day. Charging is fast. It supports 68-watt turbo charging, and I charged this device from 0 to 100% in about 50 minutes. Mind you, the 68-watt charger you get in the box is a Type-C to Type-C charger, which also supports PD 3.0 standards. And not many phone makers provide a charger in the box these days, let alone a PD one, so this is a sweet move. But again, pause in this segment about the reason to skip buying this phone. Well, kind of yes. Let me explain. You see, if battery endurance is your top priority in a phone, and you want a device with at least 2 days of battery life on a single charge, then yes. There are smartphones these days that have 6000 mAh or even 7000 mAh batteries. However, do note, Motorola is balancing thinness and battery, and I would again point out for a phone being about 5.9 mm thin, having a 5000 mAh battery and being able to last a full day is no small feat. So here's the final takeaway. If you want a beautifully designed phone, a top-tier display, good performance and reliable cameras, the Moto H70 is a very solid choice. It feels premium, looks expensive and delivers a clean, refined experience. But if your clear priority is maximum battery life, then you might be better off with the other options in the market. Because the Moto H70 is not trying to be everything. It's trying to be a phone that's thin, premium and refined. And in doing that, it succeeds. And that's it for this one. Let me know what you think about the Moto H70 in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.